Hi friends, welcome to my channel Chic and Savvy, where we talk about all things relating to planning and budgeting. My name is Carissa and today we will be doing my May calendar for my planner. It's been a while, guys. I know the planner stuff has been severely slacking and I don't even know how to get myself back on track. So I'm really pushing myself. I know it's already like May. I'm filming this on like May 10th. And it's almost the middle of the month, but I need to start somewhere and I need to get myself back on track with my planner. This always happens to me. I always end up falling behind on my planner stuff and then I give up. And I really don't want to repeat that cycle because I need this type of organization in my life. And I love doing my planner spreads. So I need to stay motivated. And even though it's late, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to post it, because that's what keeps me accountable. So we're just gonna go for it. So I have these stickers that I printed off of my silhouette, and they're the same shop that I've been getting them from. I really like her shop. I get them on Etsy. The name is Designingliefdedgtl, if that's how I'm pronouncing it right. And let me show you guys what her May designs look like. So we have these box stickers. They're super cute. We have these borders and numbers. I love the theme. It's like floral pastel, but with like pink. Here is her deco stickers. And most of the time hers are floral based, but I like that. These are bigger this time, which are really cute. And then I have, she gives two different kinds of script writing. We have like the calligraphy, cursive, and then the print. So I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go with this. And then I like to use the other one. I do a calendar for my work spread and I've been slacking on that as well. So I'll use this script for my work spread. So let's put that to the side. Okay, and then let's just jump into this because I'm anxious to get this done so I can start writing in it, because I haven't done that at all. After Easter is when things started getting crazy, because it was Easter. I had so much to do because we had a big party for that. And then it was my anniversary trip. And then it was the beginning of the month. And the planner stuff just kept getting pushed back and back, and it was really making me sad. So I wanted to just do it even if it was late, because I wanted to do it for me. But I decorated my dashboard. What do you guys think? It's so cute, right? This is from LittleBirdieCanada. She has a couple different themes for each month, and this is the one that I chose. I really like the way it came out. And so if you see my budget with me videos, the calendar that matches this is in my finance planner, and it's the same theme. And it's so cute. So I haven't even filled out my monthly goals, but I will get to that. Today we're gonna focus on the calendar. So let me take this out. And put this away. And then we'll just get started. Okay, so I have my tweezers, and let's start with the border. Which border do I want to use? We need to put one at the top, and should I do one at the bottom? I don't know. Let's see how we feel. So let's start with the side. How have you guys been? I also miss doing these videos because this is like my chance to get to like actually talk and talk about different stuff that I don't get to talk about in my finance videos, because a lot of that you're talking about like the cash stuffing and it doesn't go all the way. The cash stuffing and budgeting, and you don't really like have time to talk about like real stuff. And that's what I miss about doing these kinds of videos, because we could just talk about, you know, whatever, because we're just hanging out. Let's flip this. But how is everybody? I am doing okay. I feel like things have just been going so fast. And I feel like also with filming and just the kind of job I have, I'm always looking to the next week. And I feel like when you do that, it just makes the days go by so much faster. And it's exhausting to keep up, honestly. And I know I've talked about us in our house journey, but me and my husband decided that, let me actually move this down. We always were gonna wait. Our original plan was to wait until the end of the year to buy. And then I think that when we started actually looking at the houses, we were just getting super excited. And so we were like, well, how can we make it happen now? I can't take it off. It's gonna rip. So I'm gonna leave that. And when we started thinking that way, we were getting our hopes up. And so when we submitted our pre-qualification, we just didn't get back the results that we wanted. And so it was kind of discouraging. And so we had to take a step back and really decide what we wanted to do, and you know, what is a realistic goal for us. And so that's when we decided back on, you know what, let's just continue to aim for the end of the year and save as much money as we can, because we also got news that it wasn't going to be, what am I doing? It wasn't going to be as easy as we thought it was going to be. And we needed actually more money than we thought. And there's just a lot of different contributing factors. So instead of being hurt and feeling like we weren't going to even be able to do it, we just decided to take a step back and continue to save, work on what we needed to work on, so that way it can become a realistic goal, because it is realistic. We didn't want to have to dish out as much money as we thought we had to, because I wanted to, even though it's a brand new house, like I still wanted to paint and do some different things with the house, like lime washing, painting, curtains. And we have like the basic furniture from our old house, but I really wanted to get new furniture because I wanted to have like a new vibe. And I know that's just like a first world problem, but I really wanted everything to just be cohesive and, you know, get things that I really liked, because I felt like because when we moved into our rental house, I bought all brand new furniture and it was a completely different style. And I'm just, you know, that's not what I'm going for in this house. Which, I mean, if we have to, we have to. It's just things that I want, not necessarily things that I need. But if we have to put so much more money towards the down payment, it doesn't really give us a lot of money to use for the house. And so that's what is kind of a bummer. But the priority after it, you know, my husband's the one that always makes me come back to reality. You know, our priority is to have a place to live and to call ours. And regardless of what it looks like on the inside, you know, that is our goal. because we can't live with my parents forever. Not that we want to anyways. And also, if you've ever had to live with somebody else, like it's because they're my parents, it's a little bit different. And then for my husband, you know, they're not his parents. And even though they make him feel completely comfortable, it's still like not, you know, he's not going to always feel 100% because it's not our place. And it's just different when you live with somebody else. And so I want us to have our own space, and I want us to have to feel comfortable. And, you know, we both deserve that. And, you know, we haven't had our own place ever since we got married. We moved here and then got married. So it's just a lot of different contributing factors. And regardless if we can get the house or not, we want to move out and get something of our own. So we're just going to be saving money for when we're ready, because we don't want to get ourselves into a hole. So that's what we're going to just be doing. Just going to start saving and taking the steps that we need to take. Buying a house is exhausting. I can't take the rejection, and I haven't even done anything. I just still can't take the rejection. But at least we do know which house we want to buy. And we know put this here. We know what house we want to buy, and we know like the location for the most part, like all the specifics. So like we know which one we want, and we know how much it is and what's it gonna take. It's just we have to get all of our ducks in a row, and I feel like that's the hard part. And I'll put the number just on top of it, maybe. I guess I'll have to keep it. Okay, so let's put the numbers down. And the first started on a Thursday. So we have these numbers. And we're gonna do it on, let's do it on this side this time. I don't know if calendars usually do that. No, I think all of them. Well, no, I'm looking at another one and it's on this side. So let's just do that. Mixing it up. But what else is going on? So we have that going on. And oh, our anniversary trip. So we went to the Grand Canyon, and we live in Arizona, but my husband has never been. He didn't grow up here. So we stayed in a little town in Williams. Stayed in Williams, and we absolutely loved it. And we actually took the train to the Grand Canyon. And so it's like a 2-hour train ride to the Grand Canyon, but it's all scenic, it's glass, and there's different carts that you can, depending on how much you want to spend, that you can pay for. And we had a great time. We went there straight in the morning. We decided we wanted to, so how the train works is it takes 2 hours to get there, and then you get 3 hours at the Grand Canyon. and then you take a 2-hour train ride back to Williams. So because we only had 3 hours of the Grand Canyon, we decided that we were going to just take a tour so it could take us to all of the cool spots and we didn't have to walk around and try to follow a map. So we decided to splurge. And so we did that, and it actually worked out because they were able to like drive us up to like different parts of the Grand Canyon that you wouldn't have been able to walk to and you would have had to shuttle to. So we had a great time, but my husband is deathly afraid of heights, so he was not loving it. I don't know what he thought about when we were going to the Grand Canyon, but he didn't think that it was just going to be like right on the rim and we were going to be all the way at the top, which I thought was super funny because I was like, I want to get a picture right on the edge, and he's like, people die up here, you're going to fall. And to prove his point, it was super, super windy, but I made him take a photo and he was deathly afraid and we were arguing, but you know, that's just us. But we had a great time. We were able to see different parts of it, take some photos, videos, learn the history, they have some museums when you're at the top. And it was really cool. So that was our whole day. And then the next day in Williams, they have a place called Arizona, which is a zoo. And the zoo is an outside zoo, or not an outside zoo, but there's a car portion where you can, it's like a drive-through. So you drive your car, and all of the animals are just kind of out, and they're known for having, you know, grizzly bears and buffalo, wolves. What else did we see? Bison. So when you're in your car, they're just roaming around. And, oh, there's deer. And they just, like, I don't know if you've ever seen those funny videos where you like people roll their window down and they're feeding the animals. Yeah, it wasn't that. We definitely had our windows up, but they're literally just right there. And that was super cool. We did that like twice. We did it like on our way in and on our way out. And it was just so cool to see like the bears just right there, and the deer and the bison. Like it was so beautiful. And then the second portion is, once you're done with that, it's an actual zoo. So then you can go in and walk around, and they let you, like, we fed otters. We were able to feed the bears, and they had a bunch of different animals. And then they had like a show where like they have animals that can do some tricks. So like we saw like a porcupine, and what else did we see? And there was a porcupine, a bird, and I think it was it a skunk? I don't remember. But it was actually really fun. We spent all day there. And it was just super nice and relaxing to not have to, you know, when you're just on vacation and you have a schedule, but you don't really have a schedule, and you're kind of just doing whatever you want. I love that, because sometimes like when you're on a group vacation, like with your family or with your friends, it feels like it's just like more of a schedule, and you have to do what like everybody wants, and you have to get up at a certain time, and we're gonna meet here for food. It's just nice to kind of just like get up whenever and be like, so what are we eating? I don't know. Let's look up what's around. And I just love going on those kind of trips with my husband. So we did that. And then the next day we were coming home, but we took our time. So we drove from Williams to Flagstaff, and then we got some lunch, and then we drove to Sedona. And just the drive from Flagstaff to Sedona is incredible, because you're driving down a mountain, and it's actually pretty insane, because it's a one-way road, and it's all like just trees, It's kind of crazy. But my husband also has never been to Sedona, so we went to Sedona, and it was gorgeous. It was so freaking crowded. I don't if you've ever been to Sedona. I've never gone when it wasn't insane. Like, there's people everywhere. There's no parking. And if you want to like go see any of the touristy areas, like sightseeing, it's insane. And the only thing that we wanted to really see, there's a church, and we had to try to go see it twice because there was absolutely no parking. And we gave up, but then we were like, you know what, let's just try to go back. And the second time we went, it was like right before it closed, and we actually were able to go in and check it out before they closed up, but we barely made it. But that was super nice. So we were able to take some photos, do some cool things. And then we made our way back home, and it was just a really relaxing trip, and we really enjoyed it. But we promised each other, like, for our anniversary, we'd always try to do something new. And we were able to check that off of our bucket list. So that was really fun. We both had a really good time. Okay, so it looks like we have our calendar done. I have all of the numbers. I put a few of the deco stickers. So now I didn't write down. I did not prepare for this. I didn't write down what's happening during the week, during the month. So I don't even know where to put boxes. So let me think. I'm getting payday stickers, but I think I can just write them. I think I was using bulletin points, these ones, for paydays. So let's see. My payday was here. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. And then my husband's payday was this week. And then mine again. And my husband's. And then mine again. Perfect. And then we have my grandma's birthday. I know that. What else? I'm going on a work trip. Let's see. Sunday. So let's put a box. And then I come home this day. So and then my parents left on the 8th. They are on a cruise. And then they come back. I don't even remember, guys. I should have wrote all this down. And then I had a let's do this one. My niece's concert was on this day. So we are going to a hotel. Let's see if I can switch these without ripping it. I don't think so. Okay. On this day, and then let's put this right here. And then we'll put some bulletin points right here. Hi friends, so if you're wondering why that was such a harsh cut and that I'm in a completely different setting, that is because I am on my work trip and of course my phone did not record the whole video and cut out. So you're gonna see a lot of shadows and I'm sorry, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys and I didn't want to ruin the content that I already had. So I'm just gonna show you guys the final product, but I didn't write it yet because I wanted to show you. So these are the final pages. They're so cute. I loved the way they turned out. I'll kind of show you each individual one. They turned out so good. I really like it. I really love these stickers. And of course, I'll link her shop down below. But they look just so good and I love the way it turned out and I'm so excited to actually write in this, and that's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to record this so that way you guys could see it before I wrote in it, because then I wouldn't have a chance to show you. But I'm so sorry that the video cut out and that I had to make this random transition, but I wanted you guys to see it because I really want to stay motivated to continue making these spreads in my planner because I've been slacking. So I wanted to do whatever it took to get this video out. But there it is. I'm so sorry for the randomness, but I want to thank you all for being by my side throughout this journey, and I can't wait to see where life takes us. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, friends.